When it comes to texting a girl, that can come with a lot of challenges. And one of the biggest challenges most guys have to deal with is not letting the conversation get too boring, which can be the absolute worst thing to happen, because now that when you text her from that moment on, she's gonna register you as just this boring dude who can't hold a conversation. And I just can't have that for you guys. So today I'm going over just a few tips, a few advice I picked up over the years when it comes to texting a lot of girls on how you can keep the conversation going and avoid a dry conversation. But what's up, you guys? Welcome back to HP Fashion. If you're new here, my name is Zach Fobbs. In today's video, I'm giving you guys 8 ways on how you can fix a dry text conversation. Starting with the first one, text with a purpose. Do not text someone just because you're bored and you have nothing else better to do. Because what'll happen is that when you start talking to someone and you know the conversation is not gonna go anywhere, you're gonna inevitably run out of things to say, therefore stopping the conversation dead in its tracks. Number 2, avoid one-worded responses. These are instant conversation killers. Just because when you send off a text that just says, okay, cool, awesome, you're adding nothing to the conversation. Therefore, there's nothing that she can really work with to continue the conversation or even start a brand new topic, just because you're just saying just a one basic word. So therefore, she's gonna think you're very boring in that sense and probably stop texting you. Number 3, do not ask what are you doing or any variations to that. How are you? WYD, because this is something that is overplayed and it's an old reliable that a lot of guys go to when they don't have anything else to add to the conversation. Because let's be honest, what type of response are you gonna get to those type of questions? Nothing, just chilling, hanging out with my family, and you cannot work with that. I have yet to meet a guy who is just able to just work off that sort of response from a girl and just keep the conversation going without him looking like he's a total bore. So guys, just avoid it. Just make sure that you are asking real, genuine questions that's gonna be helping you keep the conversation going. Which does bring me to my next tip, number 4, invest in the conversation. Ask her things that she is passionate about. You ask her about her friends, her family, any hobbies, any important events, just something that you know that she will just light up and just be able to go on a roll with. Just something to help her keep going, keep the conversation going, and at the same time, you're learning about her. You're learning who she is and where she's coming from, what her environment's like. Therefore, you're getting to know her on more of a personal level. And you can use this to your advantage for future conversations. For example, say that she's stressing out about in a final exam that she has to do. What you can do is bring that up about a week later and just ask her, hey, how was that exam that you took? I know you're really stressed out about it. This is something that's going to stick with her. This is you showing that you are actually listening and you're actually caring about how she is doing. Therefore, she's gonna know that you're more invested into the conversation than most guys would ever be. Number 5, get flirty. Texting is supposed to be fun and exciting, and when you're flirting with a girl over text, that can win you some serious points with her when it's done right. I would just keep it light, keep it casual, don't go too overboard, and don't do it right away when you start texting her. Just keep it in the midst of the conversation. Number 6, use emojis. These little digital faces that we use at the end of our text messages add so much to the conversation, especially if you're that type of guy where everything you say over text gets lost in translation. This helps sets the mood, the tone, and it lets everyone know you're not being super serious with everything that you're saying. At the same time, you can combine this with our previous tip and get a little flirty when you're using emojis. So when you're just sending her just a little flirt message, you can just shoot a little devil smiling face with it just to keep it a little bit more lighthearted and fun. I just wouldn't get too descriptive when it comes to sending certain emojis, just because that can get a little weird and a little too much. At the same time, don't use too many emojis. Therefore, it's gonna look very weird and look like you're trying to play Pictionary with the girl. Number 7, use GIFs, or is it GIFs? I always have a internal battle in my head whenever I see this, and I'm trying to think, what do you verbally call this? So let me know in the comment section below. Do you pronounce it GIFs or GIFs? I would love to see what you guys say. But in all seriousness, use these in order to spice up the conversation, because just like with the emojis, in my opinion, these are a better way to keep the conversation fun, especially if you get into like a GIF war with someone in your texting conversation. These are so fun, and if you do it with the girls, especially one that you like, these can get very fun very fast, and there's no way that these can be viewed as totally boring. And number 8, do not take forever to text back. I know that game of waiting like an hour to text a girl back to seem like you're not desperate to talk to her, but believe me guys, she's gonna pick up on this and she's gonna drop you right away, because you're playing games at this point. I understand that if you're busy or you may not notice a text, or your phone might die or something like that, that's understandable. But if you're just purposely just dragging her along just for a response, this is ridiculous, and she is going to instantly put you in that boring category. Those types of conversations, they drag on for hours and they take forever to end, and believe me, you're not winning any points when you do that. You're just looking like a guy who is being another player. Just text her back Just text her back as soon as you can and you're gonna be good to go, believe me. But that's all I got for you today, guys. If you liked today's video and you learned something from it, give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you're new here to the channel, hope you consider subscribing, help us build the HB community. If you guys are not following me on Instagram at Mr. HB Fashion, I hope you can follow me there. I post a lot of fashion and grooming inspirations on there for you guys to go check out. But that's it for today, guys. I'll see you next time.